All right, it's the 30th day of November. This is it, the final day. And I don't know where he got the head scan from because the only ones I've ever seen don't look anything like him. Jack Stripping did have a good version of him, but his head was so big. Figure is so expensive. A few times I found it after I got rid of it originally when I started selling off my Jacks to get Mattel only because I was like, all right, I'm full on board with Mattel. So when I talked to him, he told me he could do this. He was expecting me to do an ECW attire or maybe WCW attire. I said, no, I want a WWE attire. And he goes, whoa, with the weird stripe pattern thing? I said, no, I want the red trunks, the red knee pads, and the red kick pads. I want the red elbow pad. I want his WrestleMania pre-show 19 look, where he teamed up with Val Venus. Who am I talking about? Mr. Personality himself, Lance Storm. I don't know why I liked this look. I just did. I liked this look better than his long tight pants. I feel like he was a tag team, champion during this run, whereas anything else, I didn't watch WCW at the time when he was around there. The white and red was so sick. I remember doing a little awesomeness to it, which the girlfriend at the time thought was hilarious. She's like, "Why are you so happy about that?" I was like, "You have no idea. I like getting wrestling figures that we don't have before." I would have thought Mattel would have knocked out one of these by now. We had Dean Malenko, apparently, I guess because they don't sign independent, deals with people. Storm's one that definitely people would want, I feel like. I don't know what the customizer did. He somehow found somebody who could shrink the heads. And this is just a perfect Lance Storm. You look at that, that's a Lance Storm head. I imagine he sculpted it like that. The only thing about my one is a little bit wobbly on one of these arms. Yeah, this arm up here is a little wobbly. But really, this is fully playable. You can do his little, at one point he had the super kick, and then he had that weird little side kick where he ran up and, let's say Chris Master hits the ropes, you come up and just catch you right there and drop. He can do the single leg Boston Crab. If you can be serious for a moment, which was what's his gimmick. He was, I would definitely say, when I wanted, I remember, definitely wanting a Lance Storm figure, along with the Jeff Jarrett figure, which the Jarrett's no longer here, but the Storm's still here, Sean O'Hare's still here. I could see him getting an Ultimate Custom, because it wouldn't be that difficult. You got the kick pads, you just need red trunks, it's somebody you could literally, if people were out there, could easily get a Lance Storm head and, pop on the head. It might be a little too big, but if you could find this smaller version or get a customizer, you could make him into an Ultimate. The only problem is we don't really have too many Ruthless Aggression kind of era guys right now that would fit really well. Unless you're somebody who doesn't care and you just put Elites next to Ultimates. That's your choice too. But I just liked the look of it. It was, like I say, clean. The right kind of red to it. I remember taking a Titantron Live Lance Storm head and putting it onto a Daniel Bryan red maroon attire because he has no tattoos either, but it was so dark looking it didn't quite work too well. At one time I took and put his head, the bigger version of his head, onto a deluxe edition figure and made a custom Lance Storm. So when I may as well have a Ultimate made of it, when I had an Elite made of it, I was happy with it. It hasn't changed since, and he's over in the New Japan territory in the Fig Fed, so we'll see if he becomes a multi-time champion. Great personality. I enjoyed watching his matches, even though Austin said it was boring to watch. His stuff was still solid. I will say though, you can't throw chair shots to save his life in ECW back in the day, but he was a wrestler. Him and Chris Jericho as Thrill Seekers, I think it was. So I'd be surprised if we don't see maybe one day of him, but maybe from an independent company, or maybe Mattel will finally do it, or maybe he'll go to AEW, or they'll do something with him, since Jericho is his friend, who knows. But that is the end of 30 days of custom Elite figures. But you're going to go, well, wait a minute. I've followed your Fig Fed. You have customs of Ultimates. What do those look like? Well, I'm going to present the 25 Days Till Christmas Ultimate Custom Figure Review. So you've probably seen a few. I'm going to do a little more detailed one. So if you've been here for the last video, starting tomorrow, which will be filmed a few weeks from now, I'll do all 25 days because I literally did all this during the end of October or near the end of October. I'm hoping the Sean O'Hare is done by then, and I'm hoping my JBL shows up by then. I'm not going to do actual Ultimate figures, so Bobby Lashley and Kurt Angle are not going to be a part of that. It's only customed, built up or altered or snapped together, that whatever it may be. So stay tuned for those in December, and hopefully I've gotten good feedback from these. Again, I'm doing this so far in advance. I'm doing 30 days in one day. So hopefully in those, by the end of November, I've had a bigger following. Maybe new stuff's come out. Maybe I found some new things, and I was able to convince people to let me buy it from them. So if you've been enjoying these videos, feel free, to leave comments, and make sure to check back for the 25 Days Till Christmas Custom Ultimate reveals and reviews. Peace.